All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to take a phrase you hear all the time and completely flip it on its head. We're going to totally reshape how you see it and maybe, just maybe, how you see yourself. So it all kicks off with just two little words. I mean, think about it. You've heard them absolutely everywhere in business meetings, in self-help books, on podcasts. They're kind of held up as this ultimate skill we all need to get a handle on. And there they are. Emotion management, right? It just sounds so capable, so in control. It's pitched as one of the big keys to success, to being stable, to living a good life.
But here's the thing. Have we ever really stopped to pull that phrase apart? What are we actually talking about when we say emotion? And what do we really mean by management? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into today.
Okay, so let's break this whole thing down. And we're going to start with that first word, emotion. It seems so simple, but what if the way we usually think about it is actually holding us back? You know that sensation, right? When you feel angry or super joyful or anxious. What is that really? Is it just a feeling? Some random inconvenient thing that happens to you? Something you just have to put up with? Or even worse, try to get rid of? Or is it something more? What if an emotion isn't just noise? What if it's a signal, a piece of pure, unadulterated data delivered by this complex chemical reaction happening inside you? A direct message from your body trying to tell you something really, really important. Now that's a total game changer, right? All right, so think about that for a second. If emotions are data, well, that changes everything for that second word, management. And honestly, this is where I think the popular idea of it can go a little sideways. When you hear the word management, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's control. Holding on tight, pushing things down, forcing them into a neat little box. But is that really what it means to manage something effectively? And this is such a crucial distinction. On one side, you've got control. That's all about brute force, suppressing, restricting, straight up ignoring what's there. But true management, well, that's something else entirely. It's way more skillful. It's about guiding, navigating, understanding what's going on. And then, and this is key, consciously responding. It's like you're not trying to fight the current of a river. You're learning how to steer your boat with it. Okay, this is where it gets really, really powerful. Let's see what happens when we put these two new ideas together, when we stop trying to control our feelings and start skillfully managing our data. And just like that, everything starts to shift. That whole chaotic mess of trying to suppress things starts to untangle itself into this clear, navigable stream of information. It's like you're moving from just reacting to this big, confusing mess to actually responding to a clear message. So, what does this actually look like in practice? Well, it's a pretty simple three-step path. First, you just notice the signal. You don't fight it, you don't push it away, you just acknowledge it. Ah, okay, that's anxiety. Then, step 2, you get curious. You read the data. What is this anxiety telling me? Is there a real threat? Am I just unprepared? You're looking for the core message. And then finally, step 3, you choose your direction. Based on that data, you get to decide how to respond instead of just blindly reacting. So when you put all of this together, it leads us to this incredible new metaphor for what our emotions truly are. A new way to work with them, not against them. So let's get one thing straight right now. That feeling, sadness, fear, even anger, it is not your enemy. It is not some broken part of you that needs to be fixed or fought. I mean, think about a storm, right? It's just something you have to brace for, hide from, and wait for it to pass. Your emotions are not the storm that's tossing your ship around. That's the old model. That's control. No, here's the key. This is the big idea. They are your inner compass. And think about what a compass does. It doesn't steer the ship for you, does it? It doesn't pick your destination. All it does is give you data. It tells you where north is. It's a tool for navigation, and it is always, always trying to help you find your way. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. Once you stop fighting it, once you learn to read it not as a storm but as a guide, where is your inner compass going to take you?